Welcome back. I hope you and your family are safe and doing well. I hope that each time that you are able to watch me, you feel less alone. Everything that I have done over the last few years through these videos, and I just used to write, and now these videos are a little bit more of a engaging outlet. I hope that you feel less alone. I hope that spending time with me in this screen-to-screen weird dynamic encourages you and uplifts you, comforts you, and at some level, maybe pierces to your heart a little bit, makes you think about some things that maybe you're not doing or that you have done and need to stop doing, or vice versa, or what have you. But my producer and I really just want to extend our thanks to you for watching, for being a part of this community. I know you probably didn't ask to be a part of this community, but you are. And we just want to thank you for tuning in. I have the greatest audience in the world. I get to talk with people who are hungry to heal all over the world. I don't think there's one continent that I haven't spoken to someone from. And I am humbled, honored. I don't deserve any of this. I'm really extremely just grateful to interact with you. I know that if you're watching a video of this nature, you've been through hell, you're probably going through hell, and it's tough to find hope, it's tough to find light. I hope that these videos provide light to you. I hope that they encourage you and really make you feel less alone in the hardest, most difficult, most abandoning journey you've probably ever had to go through. Today I'm going to answer a tough question, and that question is, Samuel, can my spouse change? Like, do people really change, especially in dealing with infidelity? Can my unfaithful spouse change? Or, Sam, and I get this question almost every day, can my betrayed spouse change? Like, I'm frustrated at some things. Can they change? Now, before some of you maybe kind of lash out and go, how dare you suggest that a betrayed spouse should have to change? I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying these are the questions that I get. And it is a fair question to say, look, can people change? To think that the unfaithful doesn't have the right to ask whether or not their betrayed spouse can change, I think dehumanizes them. I think kind of puts them in a prison that they are some human and that they don't get to have desires or wants or frustrations or any of that. So today I want to answer that question from my own personal experience, from my own journey, and from helping people for 15 years. Here's what I have learned. I still believe in miracles. I still see miracles. I'm not talking about weird snake oil miracles. I'm talking about miracles where people change, where unfaithful spouses sober up, get help, and actually change. I'm talking about betrayed spouses who actually heal and are transformed in a fantastic, redemptive, healing way from the pain that has been inflicted upon them. I still believe that people can change. I still believe on a personal level that if you want to change, you can change. Here's the kicker. We can't make people want to change. We can't make people change. We can't make unfaithful or betrayed spouses change. We can't. We can take the power back, create some difficult circumstances, and use circumstances as a way to box them into getting help. Whether or not they utilize that help is an entirely different problem altogether. Whether or not they actually do the heavy lifting and confront the darkness inside of them and confront the issues and the patterns and the trauma and the hurt, whether they do that, that's up to them. We can't make them confront their own darkness. Let me speak to you betrayeds and answer the question. Can the unfaithful spouse change? If they want to change, they can absolutely change. I went from a pretty narcissistic, arrogant, super important cuss word that Samantha said I was that I won't say. We'll just say I was a jerk. I did change. I absolutely changed. I have changed in more ways than I even thought that I could change, while remaining true to myself and remaining true to a self-love of who I am now. Your unfaithful spouse, if they want to change, no matter how dark, no matter how distorted, messed up they might be, if they want to change, I will tell you they can absolutely change. Okay, buckle yourself in. Unfaithful spouses, I'm going to speak to you. Betrayeds, I invite you to eavesdrop in a very non-reactive way. There are some unfaithful spouses that would say, listen, Samuel, I cheated because of A, B, and C, and I really wanted my betrayed spouse to change, but they just didn't want to change, and so it's part of the reason why I acted out and cheated. I warned you, betrayed, not to react, but just to eavesdrop and listen. Unfaithful, they can absolutely change. They can absolutely address their own issues. They can absolutely do that if you will create safety by facing the music first, by being compassionate, empathetic, long-suffering, being able to really be a safe place for their anger, dealing with your own junk, taking responsibility for your own choices. That will pave the way to them finally being able to say, okay, let's talk about vulnerabilities that maybe the betrayed allowed, maybe they created, maybe they just didn't see in the marriage. I firmly will tell you, Samantha absolutely became open to talk about those things. She became open to discuss those things, and she actually did and has made changes in her own life. Now, unfaithful, the other camp of, you know what, my betrayed spouse is so traumatized, so damaged because of my actions. Can they ever change? Can they ever heal? Can they ever be put back together again? Will they just be like this forever? Absolutely not. They won't be like this forever. If they don't get help, and if they don't get the right help, they're going to be like this for a while. If they can get the right help, if you will help raise some money, write a big check, spend some money to get them expert help and not mess around with general help and duct tape type approaches and just kind of whatever works and whatever's cheapest. If you take that approach, you're going to be stuck for a long time. If you will spend some money and actually get expert help from people who've been through it, who are licensed, who have treated it for longer than a couple of years, somewhere between 10 and 40, go to our website. There's a number of things that we do. If you will get that kind of help, I will tell you absolutely they can change, they can transform, they can absolutely experience healing, the likes of which will shock you and amaze you at every core of your being. I am completely amazed at the transformation that went on in Samantha. I wondered if she would ever kind of be the same. You know, could we ever get through this? Man, there's been incredible healing. There was so much healing and transformation that time and time again I just said, I'm so grateful that we stuck it out. I'm so grateful that we did this and did this because that changed our lives. And I'm so honored to be married to her. To sum this whole thing up, here's what I believe is the gut level truth that I've experienced, that I've had therapists who've been practicing for 20 to 50 years tell me this. If they don't want to do the work, they're not going to do the work. If they want to confront the darkness, if they want to do the work, I firmly believe they can change, and I firmly believe they will change. But you can't make them want it. You can't make them change. That's between them and, if they come from faith, God. If they don't come from faith, their own agenda and desire and conviction for wanting to be a better person. I hope that you can find healing in this. What are you going to do if they don't change is another big question that you have to ask yourself. Can you still live with them? Can you still be in the relationship if they don't change? That's an answer you have to ask, and only you can ask and answer that question for your own healing. What I can tell you is people do change, and if they want to, they absolutely will.